What's up, y'all? This is Boujie Boss, and I'm back with my dude, KdGotti.
Back.
We've been talking about some great things so far.
Sure.
But now you want to get a little deeper. A little deeper. I think the fans deserve to know. This is my opinion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off with KdGotti, period. How do we even get KdGotti as your stage name?
Well, KdGotti. First, the KD. My first name Derek, and when I was younger, I really loved like Killer Cam.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Dipset, everything about
Yes.
Dipset. I love Dipset.
Yes.
So they used to call me. I called myself Killer D.
Okay.
But everybody used to call me that because my name started with a D. So they like, man, what's up, Killer? You know what I mean? And I had this name since I was like 11, 10, whatever, you know, and I always loved music or whatever. So, yeah, I just was going by Killer D. And then as I got older, I realized, like, okay, this name ain't really, you know, getting nowhere. So then I shortened it to Kd. And then, you know, as far as where the Gotti came from, I came from a brotherhood called the Gotti Boys. You know what I'm saying? And that was a branch off of Brick Squad or whatever like that. And with Gotti Boys, we all called ourselves the Gottis. And yeah, it was just a real brotherhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as for Brick Squad, like that's where I got that's where I really got my notoriety from. Like, I appreciate Waka Flocka for even giving me just that platform to be on and be able to just let my voice be heard. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't never signed to it, but like, you know what I mean? Before the music and everything, like, that was all family, still is family. So, you know what I mean? It only made sense once I do music, because everybody used to always tell me, it was just like, KD, man, like, bro, you get the hoes, you do like you a fly dude, you know, you're knocking nigga out, you got to, man, bro, you gotta do music, bro, like, you just a fly dude. And I did music when I was younger, but I never really took it serious.
Okay.
So when I was thinking about it, I'm like, man, they right, like, man, let me try this thing out. And I tried it out, you know what I mean? And ever since then, I just been all her gas, no brakes. You feel me?
So just for the viewers who really don't know what Brick Squad is, you know, that's your current day 1017. That's your current day 1017. So tell me, I mean, because obviously your fans want to know, like, KdGotti, you know, it's been around for some time, right?
I've been around.
Yeah, and you're connected to some heavyweights that have been in the game,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So let's go back to the Gotti Boys and 1017 Brick Squad. You know, what was that like? And let's talk about some of the people who are originally signed to Brick Squad. You know, so they know who these heavyweights that you were originally attached to.
Yeah. I had the closest relationship with Wu Kid. That's Flocka older brother. And you know, that's still my brother. Like, at the end of the day, you know, I ain't got to speak to bro in a year or months, and you know, it's still the same thing when we see each other. You know what I mean? Like, bro, he really gave me like that stamp. You know what I mean? Like, before people even took me serious with music, hey, bro, I need you to get on this song or whatever like that. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I just appreciate Wu for that. You know what I mean? But the whole family, like from Derez to Shine, everybody, like Derez, like, I appreciate Derez, you know what I mean? Because he was the first person to actually do a video with me. You know what I mean? Really the first person to do a video with me or whatever like that. And that was my brother before music too, or whatever like that. So I'm happy just to see where he going or whatever like that. And yeah, like that, I just was very appreciative. I was so young, doing my thing. And yeah, that was a real family though. Real family. Yeah.
So I know, like, today you know, you're on your own, you're independent. Is there anything as far as, you know, your connection with, you know, 1017, just period, you know, that could have been done differently for you to be a part of 1017 today still?
Well, 1017 and Brick Squad, it done kind of branched off into two different things now. Gucci got more 1017 now, like, that's Gucci imprint. And Brick Squad is like BSM, Brick Squad Monopoly, that's Waka.
Right.
So, you know, as far as what I could have done differently, it was really my own personal choice. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me as an artist, like, it was so many artists on BSM at the end of the day that I felt like I wouldn't really get my recognition by, you know, trying to compete with all these different heavy hitters that's going on or whatever like that. But I eventually end up learning, you know, from everybody around me, and I just made myself as my own artist. You know what I mean? Instead of waiting, you know, for somebody to push me, I never took it personal. I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna go hard and I'm gonna really push myself. At the end of the day, whoever don't rock with me, they do. If you do, you know what I mean? Whatever. But yeah, that's just how I really went about it. It just was a learning experience, just going through all that. And, you know, that's still my family. Like, you know what I mean, what I got going on. It's just that I know where I want to go. You know, at the end of the day, I know where I want to go. So when you know that, you have to understand that, and you got to do whatever's necessary to make sure that you get there. And that's all that was. It was just, I never was signed to it, but that was my family. But at the end of the day, Kdgottis is Kdgottis. You know what I'm saying? And by me doing that, I progressed way further. You know what I'm saying? People end up seeing my vision later, like, man, like, little bro gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah.
It speaks well. It speaks well of yourself to see, knowing that camp, and some of the things that they've done and who's come from up under that camp, like you walk,
a lot of people, south.
Yeah.
I mean, like Southside, like 808 Mafia, Sizzle. Like,
yeah.
I watched him come up, like when like it was just regular, like everybody just used to be in the spot. So just to see him millionaire now doing his thing, TM88, you know what I'm saying? Derez, everybody, like, it's amazing to me just to see that. And that's the most motivation right there, just seeing these people, like, you know them in person, like, man, like, these dudes just made it. So I know I could do it, you know what I mean?
It gives you more motivation.
Yeah.
I love that that's what
all
it does
from Clayco.
for you.
All from Clayco.
Yeah, I love that that's what it does for you, versus what I've seen out of some other camps where it's like, you know, people are upset, they're jealous, they're like, these are the people that you can pick up the phone and call, like, you know, hey, what's up? You know, you're your own individual artist. You're independent. You don't necessarily need their wave or anything like that to do your thing.
Yeah.
You know, you came from it, and it's a stamp for you, and more to come.
For sure,
right?
Yeah, for sure. At the end of the day, and shout out to Sorry the Kid too, because he was another one. Like, before he even knew I knew how to do music, he was another one. Like, yo, let me give you a shot. You know what I mean? And he gave me a shot, and this was like when I probably was rapping just for a couple of months. Gave me an opportunity, so I can't be one of them dudes saying, yeah, I did it all by myself. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody whoop whoop. Like, I acknowledge all that. Like, I'm thankful for all that. So when I see these dudes, I still show my respect or whatever like that, because without those type of people and, you know, just showing me love and all this, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate everybody who was a help to my career to get me where I'm at now. You know, appreciate it.
Such an amazing artist. I love your humbleness. So right now, I mean, the talks of being an independent artist is everywhere.
Yeah.
Right now, it's everywhere. Is there a possibility that KD has in his head that there's a label that you would sign to?
Yeah. If it makes sense, because I don't just jump like just when people just throw money at me. I ain't one of them kind of dudes that just be jumping on it. Like, I don't really care about, you know, if they throwing this at me, because if it's not the right situation, I don't want to be one of them artists that be like, oh, they got me, I can't put out no music and this and that and that. I don't want to be one of them dudes, because music, like, that's how you know, that's where I put my emotions in. That's how I express myself. So for me not to be able to put that out, that's really gonna do some damage, because by people responding and people saying, hey, I've been through this or I've been through that or whatever it, you know, whatever it is, for me not to be able to do it, I can only imagine what them cats going through. And at the end of the day, being independent, you just have more control. So, you know, it gotta make sense when I actually do sign. I know it's gonna come, but I'm patient. You know, I'm not gonna rush it.
Yeah.
You know, just because somebody might come to me and make an offer, I'm not one of them dudes who just gonna jump right on it. But I'm definitely open to it or whatever like that. I'm just gonna keep grinding until the meantime.
Is there a label that kind of like, I can see myself? If the bag is right, if it makes sense, is there a label you're kind of like, I can see myself?
I can't really necessarily say a certain label because everybody got different stipulations when it comes to signing their paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So it could be people that I like it's a lot of black labels, independent labels that I respect. Like I respect what QC do, I respect what TIG do. I respect all these. I respect all these labels or whatever, but it gotta make sense. It always gotta make sense at the end of the day because you gotta make sure you can feed your family. You gotta make sure you're good. Down the line, 5-10 years from now, you want to make sure you able to receive and just kind of reek off of those benefits. So that's why I'm kind of looking at it for the long term because at the end of the day, I'm not just super young no more. So I'm thinking big now. You know what I mean? I don't want to just think like just doing music and flexing, jewelry and all this and that. We thinking bigger.
Oh yeah.
So that's all gotta make sense. It all gotta coincide with that.
I'm so happy we get down to talk. We get to talk about some things. I think your message, just in talking to me, that your fans need to hear on how wise you are when it comes to making decisions in your career. And even how you answered that question. Because I've got some people who'll say, "Oh, I want to be with 1017. I want to be with QC." I'm like, do you see they line up? Do you understand what? Again, when you get on that label, how you might have to sit back and QC's lineup.
Yeah.
Look how many people they have on there.
You might not be that star player. It's just like a basketball team. You might not be the star player.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants to be that point guard.
Right.
So if you know that you're not, and sometimes that's what it takes to ask questions, be attentive, and just be informed. Don't just jump on anything. Because I learn from people around me and their mistakes, or just what I watch. Like I watch and I soak it up. I might look at interviews and stuff and just different people who explain it. And the person that I respect the most, who I feel like don't get enough credit when it comes to the independent game, is Master P. You know what I'm saying? Like Master P really created that imprint to me.
Yeah.
Created the imprint for the independent thing. So just learning his story and just seeing how he came up, you know what I mean? That's the biggest respect from me, is just seeing a guy like that, you know what I mean? Like doing everything in the 90s, like just man, that was incredible to me. So I respect cats like that, Baby, from Cash Money, all these guys, so yeah, salute to them guys.
Absolutely. I'm a fan of No Limit Chronicles. Did you watch
it?
Did you watch it?
Dope. It was dope.
It's so dope.
For sure. I definitely learned some things. It was things that I knew, but for me being in the age bracket that I am, it was still things that I missed out on. So for that, I definitely learned a lot of things, Master P, like, we got to give it flowers while he here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because people don't even realize, like, that you're doing certain things that he might have already did. You might feel like you the first person. Hey, man, but look, he was doing it 20, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I respect the people that's before me. Because you feel like you're doing something new, but ain't nothing new under the sun. You know what I mean? So
I can see it now, the KdGotti Chronicles.
Yeah, I want to be one of them guys, my own artist, my own label. Like, I don't want to just be stuck in one box at the end of the day. I don't want to just be feeling like I got to do music till I'm 50. You know what I mean? Trying to pay my bill. I want to be one of them dudes who got a whole little lineup, so you can benefit off of your artist and you ain't got to do music. When you look at guys like Gotti and Gucci and, you know what I'm saying, all these dudes, like, as an artist, Young Thug, like, these dudes is putting cats on when they got a wave, so, yeah, salute to them.
Yeah. If there was one message you had to give to your fan base, what would you want it to be? If there's one thing you wanted them to remember you as, what would you want it to be?
A few things. One thing that I was thinking about the other day when I was just looking at something is with artists always feeling like they get emotional about support. Because I remember me being in a state of mind like that at one point in my career, to where I'm like, I was looking at friends and, supporters, and I'm looking like, man, they ain't even showing love and, doing all this and that. But at some point, you gotta realize everybody don't gotta like your music just because we friends and all this and that. They don't gotta like your music. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make people believe in whatever it is that you do. You can't just think anything is gonna be handed out. They might support you in the beginning for a little bit, but then they might fall back. So you can't just expect that, And I had to learn that, like, myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I preach that to a lot of people around me. Like, yo, at the end of the day, like, it might be certain people that I know that do music. Hey, do you like my music? Listen, I might not like your music, but it's somebody out here who does.
Absolutely.
So focus on those people who do like your music, and let that be what you strive off of. Because if you get caught up in listening to all this negativity and, you know, and feeling like that this person owe you something, I'm telling you, you're gonna fall into a ditch every time. So that's like the main thing that I really like kind of just push is to just be your own artist and just focus on that positive support. Think about who ain't doing this or who ain't doing that. Because at the end of the day, the way I look at it now is if I can make a fan every day, when I'm, you know, when it comes to support, if I can make a fan at least every day, I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I focus on it. I promote my stuff every single day. Every day.
And he does.
I'm telling you. And every time it's always somebody, wow, that's dope. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just give up on this after 2 weeks or whatever like that and then go to something else. We're gonna keep pushing it. And then I'm gonna throw some more content out there and keep pushing it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like my main thing, like, for an artist. And you know, at the end of the day, just don't just be trying to just be a part of everything, like, as far as clout. Like, you know what I mean? Just be you. At the end of the day, people rock with you, they rock with you, but you don't gotta always feel like you gotta be involved with everything everybody doing or be seen with every group and this and that, because at the end of the day, your name is everything. Your name is everything. So you don't want to just be looked at as a clout chaser. You know what I mean? And that's a perspective too. You know, so some people might not look at it as them, you know, clout chasing, and I understand that as well. But just for me, as KdGotti, I just feel like I just want to do my thing organic. And if you rock with me, you know what I mean, reach out. You know what I mean, if it makes sense. But if not, you know, it's no bad blood. So yeah, man, shout out to the youth.
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna do this one more time, just in case anybody didn't see our first interview. Top 5 artists, go.
Top 5 artists is DMX,
Yes.
Tupac, and this is in no order.
Okay.
DMX, Tupac, Lil Wayne.
Good one.
Let me think. It's tough. Top 5 artists. You know what? I'm gonna go R&B too, and
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
And I'm gonna y'all. Now this is gonna get crazy. People not gonna like me when I say this, but I gotta be honest because I'm an honest artist.
Please.
Nobody's gonna like this, but we talking about artistry.
Yes, we are.
We're not talking about what they do as far as outside of music. We going R&B. R. Kelly as an artist. As an artist, I can't lie. Like when I listen to a lot of R. Kelly, and I separate the music from the person at the end of the day. I don't care. You know? It's dope. Let me think. And the last is It's so many that I like. Is that, you know, like, I like Rocco.
Okay.
I like
I like that.
Who else? I like Meek.
Okay. We'll say
and Future.
Okay. You kind of rocking the last the 5.
Yeah,
okay,
Future.
that's
I
fine.
can't forget about Future. Future really be talking that, like.
Yeah.
Everybody can say what they want about Future, but at the end of the day, man, Future be talking that. Man, he be talking that stuff, man.
Yeah.
He be talking that stuff like you're gonna really get some game from it if you really just listen. You know what I mean? He gonna give you some game.
I like that.
For sure.
Tell the viewers where they can find you.
Y'all can find me on all social media platforms at KdGotti. KdGotti. All social media platforms. And check me out on YouTube. Put in KdGotti, my YouTube channel. If you want to just catch up on the music, just look out for everything. And Throwing Salt is out now. Video is on the way. My new project, No Remorse 2, is on the way. Look for that. Y'all just stay tuned, man. Lace your boots up. Because it's going up. You understand me?
I love it. I am your girl, Boujie Boss, rocking with my dude, KdGotti, with a smash hit, Throwing Salt. Make sure y'all tune in to our interview. It's lit.